Good. Does anyone have any? One more, two more. Two more? Need two more. Need one more? Need one more? Need one more. In that case. I'll show you. Yeah. You're good, so that's wow. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Okay. Good evening again, and welcome to the Winslow Township Board of Education meeting. Today is Wednesday, the first day of summer, 2023. Public notice of this meeting was given to all board members and associates in a notice dated January 30, 2023. Adequate and electronic notice of this public meeting has been provided specifying the time, place, and manner in which this meeting is being conducted. It was advertised in the Courier Post, posted in all schools and administration offices, the municipal building, the library, the Food Center, Edgewood Acres, Elmtown, and the Winslow Township Post Office. And this is our mission statement. The mission of the Winslow Township School District, a large, diverse, and growing community, is to educate all students to become independent, lifelong learners, critical thinkers, and caring, and competent members of the community. The district, in partnership with the community, and in the climate of cooperation and mutual respect, will provide an academic environment that values excellence and diversity, encourages students to strive for personal excellence, and assist them in acquiring the knowledge, skills, and attitudes necessary to contribute positively to the rapidly changing world. Roll call, please.
Brennan, Ms. Esposito, Ms. Martin, Ms. Moore, Ms. DeAndre, Mr. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas, present, Ms. Peterson, and Ms. Pitt. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Ford. Can we now stand for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the
Flag, United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2022-2023 district goal number 1, student achievement. Continue to implement best practices for delivering instruction to students, utilizing all available instruction files. This shall include ensuring our teachers at all grade levels throughout the district focus on innovative classroom instruction at all grade levels, ensuring all students have equal access to equipment and resources needed to facilitate and promote student learning in any setting. Evaluation and updating all district programs, including athletics and extracurricular activities. Accountability of all district staff. 2, continue to foster a safe and positive school environment that is conducive to teaching and learning. 8, focus on building relationships among staff and families that will result in increased learning or effective instruction. Promote communication. Emphasis on collaboration with all district stakeholders. Promote an inclusive, diverse, and compassionate learning environment. And 3, market our strengths and our achievements for all stakeholders to increase capacity for a greater parent, caregiver, community support. Continue with our public relations and marketing plan. Continue to work with various advisory committees and the district. Focus on refining our communication methods to better market our district.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. Moving now, board members, page 2, awards and presentations.
President, unfortunately, I have any awards and presentations this evening. Since that school year is over, and students are home for the summer, and we probably will not have any awards or student presentations until September, October.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Coffey. Moving now, before I go to correspondence again, he's a familiar face, but I always like to welcome anytime our township committee person joins us, and Mr. Brandon Glickis is here with us this evening. He's representative of our board member. Welcome, Mr. Glickis. It's always good to see you. And before I move on, I would just like to say to one of our board members, Ms. Kelly Thomas, good to see you this evening. Very good to see you. Moving now to correspondence, will there be any correspondence at this time?
Co, Madam President.
Thank you, Ms. Boyle. At this time, board members, I'm going to seek a motion to approve the following board minutes from our regular meeting, which was held Wednesday, June 7, 2023, open and closed session. Is there a motion?
To approve the minutes from our meeting on June 7th, 2023, open and closed session.
Second. Moved by Ms. Lucido, second by Ms. Moore. Any further questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Stratton? Yes. Ms. Esposito? Ms. Martin? Yes. Ms. Moore? Yes. Ms. Deanna? Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas? Okay. Ms. Peterson? Yes. And Ms.
Yes.
Motion.
Thank you, Ms. Boyle. Moving now, board members, I'm asking at this time for a motion to approve the meeting minutes of the Board of Education, our special meeting, which was held Tuesday, June 6th, both open and closed session. Is there a motion?
I move that we approve the minutes from our special meeting on June 6th, open and closed session.
Second. Moved by Ms. Lucido, second by Ms. Moore. Would there be further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Stratton? Yes. Ms. Esposito?
Yes.
Ms. Martin? Yes. Ms. Moore? Yes. Ms. Davis, Mr. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas, abstain. Thank you. Ms. Peterson? Yes. And Ms. Pitts?
Abstain.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ford. Moving now, board members, I'm at the top of page 3. At this time, I'm asking for a motion to approve the superintendent's report. Before I do that, I'm going to move down to go to the bottom, I'm sorry, page 2, our board committee reports. Would there be a report out of the education committee?
Report at this time.
Thank you, Ms. Peterson. Would there be a report out of our operations committee?
At this time.
Thank you, Ms. Grant. Would there be a report out of our marketing committee?
Excuse me. We don't have a report, we just met today,
Mm-hmm.
but there were just a couple items that we wanted to talk about. So we want to make a recommendation that we go ahead and contract with the community consortium for the public relations assistance. Keeping in mind that this does not solve our social media issue, which needs to be expanded. Also, pretty much everything else will be in the minutes, but Ms. Nieves is going to speak about the chats with the board members.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. I just wanted to remind the board members of the meeting dates for chat with the board member. We have July 1st at 11 a.m. at school 1, July 8th at school 2 at 2 p.m., July 13th at 7 p.m. at school 3, and July 20th at 7 p.m. at school 4. If anyone needs to change their assigned dates, please let me know. I will tell you now that the school 1 and school 2 meetings were already a quorum, so we can't have anyone else attend. School 3 and school 4 still have some room. Again, open format. I'm going to be present at all 4 of these, so I'll open and take any community questions. My intent was also to explain to the community the relationship between board and community and what our role actually is, because there generally does tend to be some confusion there. If board members wanted to get together amongst themselves to bring refreshments, since, you know, the district is not providing any, please let me know and we can arrange that. And I think I covered everything. Was there anything else I was missing?
No, that was good.
Ms. Nieves, could you just go down the list and let us know which board members are attending in each day? I believe it's 4 times that it will take place in July.
Yes.
Okay, could you let us know, please, at this time?
So July 1st at school 1 at 11 a.m. I have Ms. Peterson, myself, Mr. Thomas, and Ms. Esposito. July 8th at school 2 at 2 p.m. I have myself, Ms. Martin, Ms. Moore, and Ms. Esposito. July 13th, which is a Thursday at 7 p.m. at school 3. I have myself, Ms. Moore, and Ms. Kelly, or Ms. Thomas, I'm sorry. And on July 20th, which is also a Thursday at 7 p.m., I have myself, Mrs. Pitts, and Mrs. Shred.
Thank you, Ms. Nieves. Now,
Madam President, marketing. Are we planning?
now, at this time, Mr. Thomas, I actually was going to hold that for our new business.
Okay, all
All
right.
right. Any other, Ms. Moore, any other statements, comments, recommendations?
Nope, that's
We will take that recommendation from the market. We can further set out our retreat. Okay?
we were actually hoping to discuss it sooner.
Okay, how soon?
Like maybe sometime next month.
Okay, all right. Well, let's talk about, that's another topic that we're going to discuss as new, okay? All right? Moving now with regards to our policy committee meeting, not at this time. Would there be a report out of our committee?
No report at this time.
And would there be a report out of the citizens Advisory Committee?
No, not at this.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. Moving now, board members, at this time, I'm at the top of page 3. I'm asking for a motion to approve the superintendent's report as it appears top of page 3 and continues through to the bottom of page 6. Is there a motion?
I move to and
Excuse me, Ms. Esposito? Is your mic on? I know, it's new to us, so I have to get it.
Yeah, make a motion that we approve the superintendent's report is at the top of page 3 and the bottom of page 6.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved by Ms. Esposito, second by Ms. Moore. Any further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call please.
Ms. Stratton? Yes. Ms. Esposito? Yes. Ms. Martin? Yes. Moore? Yes. Ms. Deanna? Mr. Thomas? Ms. Thomas? Ms. Peterson? Yes. And Mr.
Yes.
Motion has carried.
Thank you, Ms. Esposito. Remember, at the top of page 7, the business administrative secretary. However, before I motion, I draw your attention to page 13. Page 13, item number 2, I'm going to table that, discuss in executive session. So therefore, at this time, I'm asking for a motion to approve the business administrative board secretary report as it begins at the top of page 7, tabling the item number 48 on page 13, and then continues through to the bottom, to the top of page 16. Is there a motion?
I make a motion that we approve the board secretary report that appears on the top of page 7, to the top of page 14, tabling items 28 on page 13.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Esposito, second by Mr. Wilson. Any further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call.
Stratton? Ms. Esposito? Ms. Martin? Yes. Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Ms. Deanna? Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas? Yes. Ms. Peterson? Yes. And Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Motion has carried.
Thank you. For board members at this time, I'm asking for a motion to approve the personnel report as it appears page 16 and continues through to the top of page 19. Is there a motion?
I make a motion that we approve the personnel report that appears on page 16 to the top of page 6.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Esposito, second by Mr. Moore. Any further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call please.
Ms. Stratton? Ms. Esposito?
Yes.
Ms. Martin?
Yes.
Ms. Moore? Yes. Ms. Deanna? Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas? Yes. Ms. Peterson? Yes. And Ms. Peterson? Motion has
Thank you. Board members at this time, we're moving to our addendum. That pretty pink sheet that's in this brown folder.
Before we go to the, I'm sorry. Before we go to the addendum, I just need to make a correction on page 2.
Page 2.
Item number 2, for the special meeting. I need it to.
I'm sorry, Ms. Wilson,
On page 2, number 2.
page 2, number 2,
Yes, I need it to abstain.
for the special meeting on
Yes.
June 6th.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Moore, did we get that? Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Moore. Going back to our addendum, we're on addendum and, just for clarification, I think we did receive a last page to our addendum this evening. And as I go through my ask for a motion, I'm going to go through, and include that on page 7. just for clarity. All right. The board members at this time on the agenda, I'm asking for a motion to approve the attendance report as it appears on page 1 of our agenda.
I make a motion that we approve the superintendent's report as it appears on page 1 of the agenda.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Esposito, who I hope also use the mic. Second by Ms. Moore. Any further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Drayton? Yes. Ms. Esposito? Yes. Ms. Martin?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Ms. Nieves? Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
And Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Motion
For moving now, board members, I'm asking for a motion to approve on our agenda the business administrator or secretary report as it begins at the bottom of page 1 and it continues through to the top of page 5. Is there a motion?
I move, business administrator board secretary report, as it begins on the bottom of page 1, the top of page 5.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Esposito, second by Ms. Moore. Any further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Drayton? Ms. Esposito? Ms. Martin?
Yes.
Ms. Moore? Ms. Nieves? Mr. Thomas? Ms. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson? Yes. And Ms. Smith? Motion carried.
Thank you. For moving now, board members, I'm asking for a motion to approve the personnel report as it begins on our agenda, the middle of page 5, continues through to page 7, with the understanding that the page that we received that shows letter A, the superintendent recommends approval of the following action items. That is to be added to this motion on page 7.
Okay. I make a motion that we approve the personal report that begins middle of page 5 and continues to page 7 with the additional page.
Thank you, Mrs. Esposito. Thank you very much.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Esposito, second by Mrs. Moore. Any further comments or questions?
Yes.
Yes, Moore?
Yes. On the safe return plan, I just wanted to, just a little clarification.
Yes.
Are there any changes to it, or is it just what is existing?
There were minor changes here. Every 6 months, they have to be changes according to the state requirement. So I went in and made minor changes, but if I don't have to, they have very, very good changes from this year as we proceed into next year. So that's pretty much it. You have to get it done, and it must be submitted by the state.
Okay, thank you.
Any further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Ms. Drayton? Yes. Ms. Esposito? Ms. Martin?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Ms. Nieves? Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson? Yes. And Ms. Smith? Motion carried.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. Returning now, board members, to our agenda. On page 19, Open Public Records Act, Ms. Moore, Ms. Moore.
We had
Any at this time, moving on to informational items, Dr. Fulton?
Yes, I only have a couple of updates for the board and committee. We read 270 students from our high school last week, and of the 270 students, 78 students to date have accepted college scholarship acceptance to continue their That includes everyone safe the rest of summer. We look forward to everyone. Thank you, Madam President. That concludes.
Madam President,
Yes.
I just want to try to that Chelsea Drive. We have 8 cars. We got Jalen Law, the my Supreme Court students.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Thomas. Any further information, items? Moving now to old business, board members, if there be any old business that you would care to discuss at this time?
I had one item.
Yes, Ms. Nieves.
I was wondering what the status was on.
Ms. Nieves, I'm going to ask you to use the mic.
Testing.
Okay,
I just wanted to know the status of the information regarding the climate survey.
Madam President, you want me to address that?
yes, Ms.
The climate survey was given over to the Education Committee as per our board president. That in mind, we looked at the information that was shared with us 2 weeks ago. I made a call to find out any additional information along with the assistant superintendent. The question came up that they have a Q&A page if you're on the ad hoc citizens advisory, the Q&A page that if there's any other questions. We mapped out in, the experience, my experience and the assistant superintendent. We mapped out a time period, because it does state not to give the survey out the first couple of weeks of school. So we mapped it out that we meet near the end of August, review any additional items that comes in, and then strategize marketing committee and start advertising so it can be up on our website by the first week in August. And that's an important, I called a couple of the schools that have done the same survey, and they do not recommend that you do it the first month.
But the administrative that was required has been taken care of.
Absolutely.
So we can move forward.
Thank you for the update.
Any further old business at this time that we would care to discuss? If someone else has, I would just like to briefly make a report with regards to the past Saturday. We're in the township celebrated Critique Day, and the board did have a table there, and I'd like to thank all who participated. Luckily, the sun was not very hot that day, so we had a nice breeze that was coming. I especially would really like to give a special thanks to Ms. Lauren Lee, I believe the assistant to that assistant 5 and 2. She was tremendous. One that she helped the board do this with our people that day. So I just wanted to thank her for that. Any other at this time? Moving now, this is Mr. Thomas.
Yeah.
It's important to create a habit be where we can be recognizable. I'm trying to make a decision to have our board in the 4 years of all the schools, the parents recognize who's on the board, and when parents out on the street is where they can know who we are and we can be a problem. I like to make a motion that our pictures be placed in the foreground of all schools, so the students, staff, and parents can recognize who they're.
Well, Mr. Thomas, I love that recommendation. We don't necessarily have to put that in the form of a motion. That is just a request from us to administration. And with some clarification, do you want our pictures to, we understand in each of the 8 buildings?
Right.
Do you want individual pictures or do you want a group picture?
I think all 9 of us, board members. all together. Like, different.
Right, okay. And so, Coach, that's doable, I believe?
It is doable. The question I have is, do you have a current picture that you want to use? Or do you want us to take new pictures?
Now, board members, let me ask you this, is there a consensus for what Mr. Thomas, are we okay for what Mr. Thomas wants the administration to do? Well, let me do it in the opposite. Will there be any board members who would not be in favor of having their picture in the buildings? Okay, they have Thomas, okay? So, the way in which we want to do it, do we, Dr. Monteith, you want us to get pictures to you?
Yes, so the question is, do you presently have a picture you want to submit? Or do you want to take new pictures? I think it would be better if they were all with the same background, as opposed to non-different pictures.
Mr. Davis, I'm okay with you.
Well, as long as everybody else is agreeable, fine, I don't have. Well, whatever you do collectively agree, and the pictures are suitable. I don't want to put a picture up and go, oh, I don't like it.
No, Mr. Thomas, if I could, call upon you, because, this is your recommendation. If I could call upon you to oversee that, project, so to speak, and I'm asking board members if you would take by a certain time, Mr. Thomas will give you the time to have your picture to him, so that he can coordinate the schedule. Any questions for him? Mr. Thomas?
I have a question.
Mr. Moore?
Dr. Monteith suggested that we have the same background. I'm not sure how we're gonna do that if it's not taken in the same place.
Well, I think we just, I'm deal with this prepared for the same background. So we'll be here. You had that up by school.
No problem. Board reviews weren't I learned that we already had individual shots that I took.
Right.
At the same time.
So if anyone, exactly.
Otherwise,
Okay, okay. Are we okay with that, board member? Mr. Thomas, you good? Okay. Continuing with board members, under new business, I would like to, remind us that usually, in the past, we, have taken the month of July, off. We've only, and sometimes had to come together because for a budgeting item or a, fiscal item. So I had had a conversation with Dr. Boutique, to find out if there would be an absolute necessity for us in July. If not, then we will not, we will postpone any meetings for July. Dr. Boutique?
In communicating with our business administrator, we do have some needed items that come in. They need to be approved. So in normal 40 years, you would allow us for the base approvals, but bids, something maybe the board wanted to make those approvals.
Totally the board.
Those kind of items. So, the 12th, I think, normally be that first. The second is my 12th would be that potential board meeting. It doesn't have to be long. That's the only item that we do. And if it was convenient, we don't necessarily have to wait till 7 o'clock. You can schedule that meeting earlier based on the availability of the members.
So we're saying that for July 12th, that certainly would have that meeting.
Yes.
And right now it's still for 7 o'clock.
Yes, normally, however, if you want to change it, you can do so.
Right.
But it's 7 o'clock is the most, do it a little early.
Okay, board members, can I hear, what you prefer, 7 o'clock?
What's the- I can do 6.
Board members,
Do 6.
I'm asking, for the meeting, because we will have to change the notice, for our meeting, our board meeting for July 12th, are we going to change that from 7 PM to 6 PM?
I don't think we can make it any earlier, since it is still open to the public. I think any earlier than 6 is gonna be too early.
I can do 7. I can't do better.
Maybe earlier.
So, should
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anyone, or board members, are there any board members that are not able to on that particular day at 6? Okay, so the July 12th meeting, Dr. Cote, change that, we'll make that a little earlier, because we only have one item. Now, what about our meeting for July 26th? Would there be any necessity?
Would you, I had present at this point that would require us to do.
Okay. Okay, so board members, I think you've heard Dr. Cote say that, the July 26th meeting, there's nothing really pressing, so there's nothing pressing for administration, then there will be nothing pressing for us, so we put a notice out, letting the community know that, we will only meet Wednesday in July, and that will be July 12th at 6 PM. Any questions for that, board members? Okay. In addition, board members, I think that, I sent an email out, did not respond, with regards to our retreat. As you know, we have our annual retreat every year, and Terry Lewis has let us know, has given us what our past contribution, and I would ask that, that you take a look at that, whatever dates are, convenient for you, and you would just email me and let me know. Any questions on that? All right, board members, that's, any other new business care to discuss at this time?
I have one more.
Yes, Mr. Thomas.
As you well know, our community is community. There's such a
Well, I believe that the township is doing it and they're using our facility. And I believe that they're also going to have some, I think, food carts out there. So I don't know if it would be necessary for us to have a table.
it's always necessary to be available for questions or comments. And like I said, I'm just full.
Okay, board members, you need to let Mr. Thomas know that proposal. Comments? Well, Mr. Thomas, we're silent on that. As has already been arranged. All right. Moving now, any other new business to be discussed at this time? Okay, hearing none. At this time, we're going to move on to public comments.
Thank you,
Mr. Long.
Thank you, Madam President. The Winslow Township Board of Education highly values the input of citizens in making important decisions that affect the children of our community. We believe in the rights of the citizens to observe board meetings, to ensure that all of our citizens have the opportunity to attend school board meetings and offer comment, and to ensure that the board can conduct the important business of the district. We ask that speakers follow the guidelines for making public comment. The board secretary will recognize those individuals in the audience who wish to make comment. We ask that you please respect the following procedures. All members of the public attending school board meetings must treat each other and the board with respect. Please state your full name and address. Please limit your comments to 4 minutes. In the event we're unable to answer your question, please submit your questions to the Board of Education with your name, address, and telephone number where you can be contacted, and your question will be answered within a reasonable period of time. And finally, individuals offering citizen comment are not permitted to make personal attacks on any district employee, board member, or other testifier, or members of the public. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Long. Therefore, at this time, board members, asking for motion to approve, entering into public comment.
Some of them, it's like that. Okay. All right.
Is there a motion?
Oh,
I make a motion that we enter into public comment.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved by Ms. Esposito, second by Ms. Moore. All in favor? Any nays? Thank you, Ms. Boyle.
Oh, recognize the music. Me. And
Good evening. Almost 1 month ago, I addressed this board about serious concerns I have with curriculum. I would like to thank district leadership for meeting with me to address my concerns. I would like the public to now know that I still have significant concerns about the curriculum, the instruction, its horizontal and vertical alignment, K through 12, and the public's inability to access the curriculum, as it is stated on the Winslow Township Public Schools website. I, as a taxpayer and citizen, am not able to access my daughter's curriculum. And now I am here on the precipice of making a very important decision as to whether or not my children will continue to attend the Winslow Township Public Schools. Therefore, I also now have significant concerns about culture and climate data that needs to be scrutinized over the summer prior to the new school year. I now have significant concerns also about this curriculum issue not being addressed, that the board will not be meeting over July. So I think we need to have a lot more discussion about curriculum. And now we also need to be discussing culture and climate data and how it will be assessed in the new school year, so that we can take these moments and opportunities to learn from the data and make data-driven decisions that will help these schools achieve what all these children deserve. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Dr. Davis.
Tara McCall.
Hi, I work with the UE, which is the union that represents the paraprofessional workers that are contracted by Winslow School District. If you don't mind hearing me, can the paraprofessionals that are here, wait, there's a bunch of them. They were too shy to speak, so I'm going to do my best to represent them. So, I mean, we've been speaking to you about this issue, so I do know you have some familiarity with the concerns, but just, you know, if anything, make it clear again. The parents work for ESS right now, and that contract and before its predecessors have been contracted by the school district since the time we privatized the jobs, which I think was 10 or more years ago. And so right now, based on the agenda, I appreciate that it's changeable, although I'm hopeful that means that there's more discussion that's happening about that contract, because if you contract with Kelly Services, what that's going to mean is that all of the work that we've done to negotiate with ESS could go out the window. And we've been very excited at the things that we've been able to achieve, even though they're small achievements. You know, we've been able to increase wages, we've negotiated some paid time off. So for the first time in, I don't know, 10 years, we've got some paid holidays. And, you know, we were gonna actually, I sent you the new contract that would go into effect with ESS, which is also gonna increase like our sick time and some of those things, which are make a big deal, make a big difference to the staff. I understand that they're not directly your employees anymore, but they are in school every single day in the classrooms with the teachers at Winslow School District, and I think they feel like part of the staff. Yeah, they're not. I mean, many people have been, you know, 10 plus years in the same schools, regardless of which employer they had. So we're just asking, and again, we thank you for, we're hopeful that the fact that you tabled that discussion means there's gonna be more discussion about this issue, because it has a human consequence. If you vote for Kelly, we're assuming we're gonna lose that pay time off, some of the raises, some of those things that we've negotiated that make the jobs better for the parents, and it's not a huge difference in terms of the amount that the contractors are paying. So we're hoping that you understand, bidding a little higher, but you're bidding on a more qualified contractor who has had the contract for all of these years, and that you won't be losing, because we think you're going to lose a lot of folks that if you do go with Kelly Services, who, when they're facing cuts in their jobs, or we don't know if Kelly will keep people in the same classrooms. We don't really know what to expect about any of that stuff. So we're hoping again that you vote for ESS just for the sake of the paras, and they're keeping good jobs. And we think that if you talk with the principals and the teachers, that they want to keep the folks that are working in their classrooms too. I know we've got a lot of staff that are very dedicated to the students. So thank you, and I appreciate your further consideration on that.
That concludes those that have signed up. Do we have anybody?
Not at this time.
That concludes those that have signed up for public comment.
Thank you, Ms. Ford.
Excuse me, Madam President, is there an opportunity to speak? I didn't put my name down, but is there an opportunity to speak?
Yes,
Thank you.
but when you speak, when you come up to begin, you leave your name and your address.
Sure.
Okay?
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Jay Person. My address is 222 West Seaview Avenue, Linwood, New Jersey. I come here representing the education tonight. And so I just want to thank you for this opportunity to speak to the board and also to the community. I understand it is a trying time or concern when there's change. And so I can't let things go that may not be true, or that I want to address this. First of all, a little bit about myself. I've been in education for over 20 years, 10 years as a teacher. I taught 2 years in Camden, New Jersey, 8 years in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Also, as I joke, a Republican board member. I was a board member for 6 years at England Regional High School, where I got the opportunity to serve my community, much like yourself. We are excited about the opportunity to serve the Winslow Township community. We've been in business for over 75 years. We are the organization that created the education practice 25 years. Your concerns about new people coming into the community. As an organization, our retention rate of your talent is over 95%, meaning we want to keep the same people that currently work in the township working here, because we believe in continuity, we believe in consistency. And as a former educator, that's the most important thing. Paid time off is a state law, so we adhere by that law. We want to make sure that you work for those hours, you earn those hours, you get that time off. It's a state law that we adhere to, we will work with. As far as assignments, we work with the district. We work with we work for you. We work for the community. So if you tell us you want hours in a certain place, that's where we're going to put them. That's where we're going to put the educators, because that's important to us, because we want the students to learn. Let's be honest, these are our most marginalized populations, so we want to make sure we're providing support to the district and to your community. And wages, again, we will not cut rates. That's not the type of organization that we are. We will never come into a community and cut the rates of it. I had to say something. I thank you for your time. And we are excited about the opportunity. We have a stellar track record in the country. We have a stellar track record in New Jersey. Thank you for your time.
Mr. Pearson, if you could sign in.
Sure.
Thank you.
So board members, I believe that concludes public comments. So therefore, at this time, I'm asking for public comment.
I make a motion that we adjourn public comment.
Second.
By Mrs. Castillo, second by Ms. Moore. All in favor? Thank you. Mr. Long?
Thank you, Madam President. In accordance with the requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act, we will be adjourning into executive session on June 21st, 2023 at approximately 7:50 p.m. of the 9 exceptions, utilizing item 7, which is involved with the matter that was tabled involving the contract. The other, there were, I believe, several matters this evening relative to employment, appointment, and terms and conditions of employment and evaluation of performances that we will be discussing tonight. I would anticipate that we would be at least 90 minutes. Although it was a long part tonight, I'm going to take a shot and extend it out a little bit. To go for 90 minutes, so it's appropriate to have a motion when the executive session is needed.
Thank you, Mr. Long. Board members, at this time, I'm asking for a motion to adjourn into executive session.
I make a motion that we adjourn into executive session.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Castillo, second by Ms. Moore. Roll call, please.
Ms. Shred? Ms. Esposito? Yes. Ms. Martin? Yes. Ms. Moore? Ms. Nieves? Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas? Ms. Peterson? Yes. And Ms. Pitts?
Yes.
The motion has.
Thank you. The board will now adjourn to executive session.
Okay.